All right, my name is Jason, and I am one of the front of the house managers here at Brennan's in New Orleans. And I am in the courtyard, and we are going to have Brennan's world famous Bananas Foster. So to start, we have a bit of brown sugar, a little dollop of cinnamon on top, and that all rests on a pat of butter. We are going to heat that up. We are going to include our bananas to caramelize them just a little bit. We will nestle those bananas in caramel on that scoop of ice cream, and then along the way we will include some banana liqueur and rum to flambe. All right, so to start, we are going to put on our flame under our pan. We're going to allow this butter to melt and incorporate our brown sugar and cinnamon. As you can see, when the pan starts to warm up, the butter moves around because it gets quite happy. So, the way that this came about was in the year 1951. A gentleman by the name of Richard Foster was elected to be the crime commissioner of the Vieux Carré. Now, the Vieux Carré is simply the French Quarter in its original term. Vieux Carré translates in French to Old Square. Mr. Foster decided he wanted to celebrate this monumentous occasion by having dinner with his good friend Owen Brennan, our original proprietor, here at Brennan's. And Mr. Brennan was delighted that he would pick us to decide to share his good fortune with. Now, he goes to his younger sister Ella, who was the general manager of the restaurant at the time, and he informed her that Richard would have dinner with us this evening, and he would like to add a special dessert to the menu. Now, I will be adding our banana liqueur into our pan just momentarily. All right, a little bit of banana liqueur to deepen that banana flavor of this dish. And we will incorporate that entire thing into our sauce here. This is the beginning of the famous Foster sauce. We must make sure that our fire isn't too hot or we scorch our sugar and butter, and we have to start all over again because we only do the best around here. All right, it's about time to add our bananas. Ready? Now, Ella goes to the kitchen after the request of Mr. Brennan, and she looks around to see that we had some bananas on surplus. And that brought to mind a dish that her mother had made for her and her siblings, by which they had caramelized bananas on the side of soft scrambled eggs. She decided to drop the eggs because it was a dinner party after all, and that left her with the need to find something else to incorporate into this dish. Now, legend has it that the original Mr. Brennan did not care for the idea of having ice cream in a fine dining setting. So naturally, his younger sister Ella decided that that would be the rule of the day. All right, we are about to flambe. Bring everything back to the back of our pan. We are going to, on the count of 3, flambe these fine bananas. 1, 2, and 3. Now, as our sauce thickens, we are going to remove our bananas and cradle our ice cream with those bananas. All right, so Now we allow our sauce to thicken and come to a more caramel-like consistency. And this is a very fast process, and we have to keep these things moving. Now, this is basically the same procedure by which we make another New Orleans staple dessert, the humble praline. Now, you ready? So, we will now ladle our caramel sauce over the top. Some over our bananas. And you now have Brennan's one of a kind, world famous Bananas Foster.